I am so excited to come to you today to talk to you about a topic and a subject and a challenge that causes grown men to cry, women to cry, children to shut down, and is destroying society. And I have seen people, huge guys, successful guys, weeping because of the damage that has been caused. And this topic, this subject that I want to talk about, which is going to be kind of a little different, and I'll tell you why I'm talking about it, is pornography. Oh no! Look at that. Everybody all of a sudden starts to shudder. Everybody starts to shut down. Everybody starts to go into, this place of, don't talk about that. Don't mention that word. Why is that? It is easier to say, I'm addicted to coke, methamphetamines, alcohol, all kinds of these substances, and all these challenges, than it is to say, I struggle with pornography. I've met so many women that just their world turns upside down because their husband struggles with pornography. Or maybe it's even you. Maybe even as a woman, you're struggling with pornography. Maybe that porn is so bad that it's actually controlling your life in a lot of ways. And the reason that is because we don't open up the communication with it. Frankly, this should be a table topic around the dinner table. This should be something you're openly and willing talking about. Not in this supporting, let's rah-rah, but in talking about it in a non-shameful way. In a way that when you communicate, somebody's like, yeah, I do struggle with that. That then there's a resource that they can talk to. But the problem is we allow shame to crush us. And we mix pornography and shame and us all together. When really, we should be having hope that crushes the porn. It should just be smashing it all together. But because we put this in secrecy, because we put it in silence, because we don't want to talk about it, it's that word we don't want to mention. Or on the other side, there's those who kind of praise it, who have glorified it, who make it seem like it's a spectacular thing, that it's art. And what's happened is it's creating confusion in our brains, and especially for our children. Our children see something and it's like, wow, that's actually pretty attractive. It's kind of appealing. But yet then they have mom or dad in their other society. Oh, it's damaging. Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's going to destroy you. It's going to destroy your life. It's going to destroy love. It just kills love. It just destroys everything about it. No, it doesn't. The actions, the way somebody behaves towards it, the choices, that destroys and kills love. Pornography itself doesn't do anything. It's just there. It's a picture. Now, I'm here to say I do not support pornography. So please do not think that that's what I'm talking about here. But I want to remove the shame around pornography. For those who are struggling with it, they can get help. They don't keep it in silence. They don't keep it dark and hidden. They don't beat themselves up like, I talked to this woman. Wonderful, amazing, beautiful woman. And she struggles with pornography. She hates herself. She's so talented. She's so gifted. She has so much to offer to the world. But she beats herself up every day. She says, well, I'm a woman. I shouldn't be struggling with these things. No, it's normal. It's natural. Sexuality is normal and natural. Pornography is not normal and natural. It's been distorted, and that's why our brains can't handle it. But sexuality, it is normal. It is natural. And we need to teach our children that it's normal and natural. It's normal to be attracted to another woman when you're a man. And it's normal to be attracted to another man when you're a woman. And it's normal to be attracted and to have these attractions. Sexuality is built into us. It's part of us. It's part of what God has designed. He has made it so that we are interested and attracted. Procreation, without it, we would die. The human race would not exist. But that is the reason why sexuality is so important. Is it bonds, it creates a union with our spouse that is unlike any other connection we may have with somebody else. And pornography distorts that and tries to get rid of and kill and crush and destroy all that. Well, we try to fight back by killing, destroying, and crushing it. But the more you fight something, the more resistance you give it, the harder it fights back. Now, think about your children. Now, when you say, don't do that, what do they want to do? They want to go do that thing. So, I want to give you the way to handle dealing with this. Whether it's with your spouse, whether it's with your children, whether it's with a friend or another family member. And it's what we called becoming a builder. I want you to become a builder. First, you need to be approachable. They need to be able to know they can come and talk to you and that you're not going to freak out. So, I have 7 children. With 7 children, you get a variety of different struggles that come along. And I've had children who've struggled with pornography. I've had children who have struggled with other items and thoughts and feelings and emotions. I mean, it's just all over the place. Well, several of my children, when they come to me, it's like, oh, Dad, I need to talk to you. I'm like, okay. Right now, or do you want to talk later? Now, if we could. Okay. So go in the other room, just myself and that son or daughter. And they say, I remember how last week you asked me if everything was okay. I said, yeah. You said it was fine. Well, it's not. I'm really struggling with. And then they would tell me the problem. Here is the critical point. Right here. This is the crux of the situation. This is the most critical point. Is how you act. What is it you do in that moment when they tell you? Now, I've known some that it's like, how could you? I've told you that it's bad. You shouldn't look. Oh my gosh. Oh, what? Where did I go wrong? As soon as we do this, boom, the walls go up. Now they have built a tremendous thick wall between you and them that is so thick that it's going to be hard to get through. And so what do? They shut down. They instantly think, oh, don't talk to parents because that then creates anger, which then creates frustration, which then creates the feeling of I don't feel like I'm worth anything. So therefore, if I don't want any of these feelings, I don't talk to my parents. As soon as they stop that communication with you, the problems have now just escalated. And they've escalated even more and more than you would believe. And the reason that is because now they're pushing it down inside of it. They're holding it. They're just pushing it deep down inside themselves. And they're saying, I can't talk to anybody about this. This is bad. And if I talk about it, I'm bad. People see me as bad. Then I lose my value, my worth, my purpose. If I lose my value, worth, and purpose, what's the point of even living? That may sound dramatized, but it's not. I have seen people commit suicide over pornography because they were not willing to talk to somebody else, because they were not willing to get help, because they didn't feel like they could talk to their spouse, didn't feel like they could talk to their parents, they didn't feel like they could talk to anybody about it because it was so shameful. My daughter came to me and she said, Dad, there's this great guy at school. Oh, he's so handsome, he's so cute. Everybody loves him. And she's telling me all about how amazing he is and how spiritual he is and how he's going to be the best missionary and how he's going to, just all of these accolades. And I looked at her and I said, I don't doubt he's all that, but I guarantee you he struggles with something. She says, Dad, why do you always do that? Why do you always do that? Do you think everybody struggles with something? I said, yeah, I do. She's like, oh. Well, and matter of fact, this individual, as she was talking to me about him, and just, I don't know why, but I just felt, I was like, I bet you he struggles with porn. Dad, no, he doesn't. There's no problem. This guy's great. He's like amazing. He's like top of the class. Everybody likes him. He reads the scriptures every day. He goes to seminary every day. He goes to church every Sunday. Just goes on and on and on about him. Dad, you're wrong. Well, it was actually graduating senior year. And this kid posts in Facebook this huge challenge that he's been facing for years, and it was pornography. He talks about how everybody around him thought he was so amazing, but inside he felt worthless. He talked about how the challenges, every time somebody would say, oh, you're such an awesome guy, he would say, no, I'm not, because I've got this struggle. He was in this box of shame that was so dark that he didn't realize how amazing he was. He was trapped in this box. He couldn't talk to his parents. He was trapped in the box. He didn't feel like he'd talk to his bishop. He was trapped in the box. He couldn't feel like he could talk to anybody because then he would lose his value and his worth if they knew he struggled with pornography. No. See, that's what I'm talking about. We've got to get this out into open. We have to make this a common conversation. Not in a I'm not in a demeaning or a you're less than attitude. Instead, we take all of that and we're a builder. And what we do is we just view it as a struggle. That's all it is. Each of us struggle. We have a struggle with something. Right now you're struggling with something. It may be several things, but it's just a struggle. Pornography is just a struggle. Alcohol, drugs, swearing, they're just struggles. They're no less, they're no worse. They're just a struggle. Because the thing that's interesting is if somebody else is struggling with pornography, somebody else could look at that and like, what's the big deal about that? Why do you even want to see it? But person A is thinking, oh, this is destroying my life. But yet person B, who thinks, that's no big deal, just don't look at it. Well, but person B is thinking, oh, I can't stop swearing. Oh my gosh. And person A is like, well, what's a big deal about swearing? And then you have person C who say, what's the big deal about either of those? I'm struggling with, taking medications. Well, then person A and person B are like, what's the big deal about medications? See what I'm talking about? They're just struggles. Everybody's struggle is different. Everybody has their own thing that they are struggling with. Let's remove the shame. Remove the shame completely out of all of this. And let's just talk about this in a normal conversation and say, so you're struggling. Wow, that must be hard. So here's an exact communication that I had with one of my children. And when I say me, it's also my wife. I always try to bring my wife in as much as possible if my children allow. I always leave it up to them if I can bring beautiful in with me. If they say yes, then I do. If they say I'd rather it just between you and me, then it's just between myself and them. So with that said, the conversation literally goes like this. Dad, I've been struggling. I saw some images the other day, and then I looked at some more, and I looked at some more, and I looked at some more. And I need to talk to you. I can't get those images out of my head. Okay, so here's my first opportunity. First, I've got to be approachable. I have to be approachable. So I've already done that. I was like, wow, that's got to be hard. How long has this been going on? I don't know. Well, take a guess. How long do you think it's been going on? Several months. Oh, wow. That's so hard. I'm so glad you came and talked to me. I wish you would have talked to me sooner, but I'm so glad you came and talked to me. What is it? How did it make you feel? Well, honestly, Dad, part of me likes it. Part of me wants to view it. That's why I keep going back to it. Yeah, you're right. Pornography can be very appealing. It can be exciting. It can be stimulating. And there's a part of you that wants to do it, and there's a part of you that is like, no, I don't want to do it. And so you have this constant battle going on, which is just making it even harder to deal with this. Yeah, you're right. What do I do, Dad? How do I get over this? Say, I don't know. I really don't know. Everybody's different. What do you think you should do? What do you think is going to help you the best? Well, if it pops up, I turn off the computer. I could, if it's on my phone, I can turn off my phone and give it to you. At a friend's house, I could go outside. Yeah, those are all great suggestions. Those are great suggestions. I have a couple more. Would you care to hear them? Yeah, please. What? Well, I know in the past when I've seen images that sometimes people say singing works to help get those thoughts out of your head. Sometimes people say that they immediately go outside and run around and get some exercise going, and they start running to get the adrenaline going. So would either of those help? Yeah, maybe. I could try that. All right. That's awesome. You know what? I love you. Thank you so much for coming and talk to me. Is there anything else you want to talk to me about? No? You know what? I know you can do this. I have all the trust and faith in the world you can do this. Believe in you. I understand you can do this. I have trust in you. But I'm here for you. Any way I can help, any way I can support you, I'm here for you. Just let me know. I'm your biggest advocate. I'm here to support you and encourage you. Just let me know how I can help. I love you. I love you so much. That was an actual conversation that went on between myself and one of my children. And afterwards, I gave them a big hug. And I let them know how much I loved and cared for them and how much trust I have in them. And they said, should I give you my phone? I was like, well, I don't know. Do you think you need to give me your phone? Are you going to learn to master it, or is it going to master you? No, I can master it. Yeah, I think you can. Man, I know you can. I know you can. And the more confidence, the more trust I gave them, the stronger they became. They're amazing. And your children are amazing. Your spouse is amazing. And you are amazing. Now, there may be some of you that you may be thinking, no way. My spouse was abusive. He looked at porn and then he did, and you have some horrific stories. I am not talking about that. Sometimes there are situations where you have to leave. You have to get away from the situation completely. And you do need to get a divorce. But at the same time, I've seen relationships that have been healed, where they weren't abusive. They weren't abusive in any way. They just struggled with pornography. And even to the point where they went and were intimate with other women. And this one woman I'm thinking of, she was like, everybody keeps telling me I should leave him and that he's a dirtbag. And that is, she says, Tony, I don't see that in him. I guess maybe I'm blind. Maybe I'm trying to just think everything can be rosy again. But I don't feel like I should get divorced. And I said, your husband's a great man, but he's got to struggle. He's just got to struggle. I said, but the question, it comes down to you. Are you willing to heal together? Are you willing to form a relationship that truly will be united and stronger? It's not going to be easy, but as it heals, it'll definitely be worth it. Well, she decided that that's what she wanted to do, that she didn't feel like she should divorce him. He wasn't abusive. Like, he never hit her. He never yelled at her and swore at her. He never did any of that stuff. But he did struggle with pornography, and he did eventually start acting out with other women. Well, they started the healing process. They went through counseling, couples counseling. They started uniting and talking together. They started getting rid of the shame in all of it. He would see an attractive woman and she would say, I saw you look. He says, yeah. But it was an open communication, and his wife started saying, yeah, she is beautiful. I love you. And she would just reinforce and support him in love. Now, this goes both ways. For a guy with a wife that is addicted to pornography or struggling with pornography, it all comes back to the way we handle it. It comes back to the love, the care, the support. We need to be able to be a builder, be approachable. We need to understand that it's just a struggle. We need to be able to then listen to them. We want to be able to interact with them in a way that goes and shows that we support them, that we encourage them, and that they can do it, and that they have the influence and the ability to be able to help others. We want to then be able to help them to realize and to determine that they have the strength, that they have the ability, and that you're there to help connect with them and to be a support for them. You want to encourage them along the way. Encourage them that they can do this. Not you're solving it. You're not solving this at all. You are helping them along their path. That they can recover and that they can find hope. They can find healing. There is support. And then we want to reinforce. We want to reinforce our love. We want to reinforce our commitment in them. We want to reinforce our support for them. And as we are a builder, We will help strengthen. We will help encourage. We will help build and unite and connect in love, which then provides healing. And when you connect in love in your relationships and you open up the doors to healing, oh man, miracles happen. The same young lady that I was just telling you about, she's got a marriage now that is stronger than ever. And in her own words, she says, Tony, I never realized how much I loved him until I do now. We have grown so much stronger and closer together than anything else could have ever done. She says, now I wouldn't wish to go through this again. And I wouldn't want anybody to go through it if they don't have to. But we love each other more now than ever before. Our doors of communication are shattered open. We talk every night about it. We talk about if he had a slip, if he saw some pornography, if he continued to go down that path or not. But I don't take it as attacking anymore because I'm stronger because of what I've learned from you. I'm stronger because I don't need him to make me feel valuable and worth. But now that I'm strong enough, I can help him and he can help me when I am down. Pornography is just a struggle. It does not identify who you are. It does not identify your worth. It does not identify your value. It does not identify anything. It's just a struggle. It is no different than a struggle of swearing, of any, drugs, alcohol. It's no different than anything. It's just a struggle. I don't mean to minimize this struggle in any way, shape, or form, but I'm pointing out it's just a struggle. And if we can approach it from a love, compassion, then we can connect and heal. And when we connect and heal, miracles happen. Thank you. Thank you for listening and for sharing these, for always participating, sending me comments. I know you may not see the comments below because a lot of them are personal, where people reach out personally to me and just express the gratitude and appreciation. And I thank you. Thank you so much for sharing and being willing to listen and to support and to share and help others. You are amazing. Believe it. If you're struggling with something, I'm here to help you. I would love to sit down and have a one-on-one mentoring session with you. And I am going to be doing a group mentor session coming up, which is going to be a lot more cost efficient for those who don't have the means to be able to support one-on-one mentoring. And so look forward to that because that's another way that you can get the help and support you need. You are amazing. Believe it. Have a wonderful day.